You're not broke. You're just untrained with your money. And that's what keeps 78% of people living paycheck to paycheck. But here's the good news. Wealth isn't about how much you earn. It's about how well you manage what you keep. Because the world's wealthiest people don't just work for money, they command it, they control it, they budget it. And today, you're going to learn to do the same. Budgeting isn't a punishment. It's not about restriction. It's not about cutting out every joy in your life. It's about direction. It's a GPS for your money. If you've ever asked, where did all my money go? You need a budget, because budgeting answers that question before you ever ask it. It gives your money a mission, and every dollar gets a job. Some protect you, some build your future, others bring joy, but none of them go wasted again. Let's get tactical. Take out a piece of paper or open your notes right now. Draw a line down the middle, label the left side inflows and the right side outflows. Now let's fill it in. Inflows are your income streams, your salary, side hustles, dividends, rental income, even passive royalties. Every dollar that comes into your life goes on the left. Outflows are everything you spend: rent or mortgage, groceries, subscriptions, gas, nights out, impulse Amazon buys. If money leaves your pocket, it belongs in the outflow column. Now subtract outflows from inflows. If you're in the negative, don't panic. Most people are. But now you see the gap clearly. And what you see, you can fix. Wealth creators aren't perfect. They just measure everything. Because what gets measured gets improved. This is where the magic begins. Start tracking every single transaction, every swipe, every tap, every cup of coffee. You don't need to memorize it, just log it. Use apps like YNAB, you need a budget, Mint, Monarch, or even a spreadsheet. It doesn't matter. What matters is consistency, because tracking creates awareness, and awareness creates control. Think about it. Jeff Bezos knows where every penny of Amazon goes. Warren Buffett reads financial statements like bedtime stories. Even Oprah budgets her time and her teams. If billionaires track money with precision, why wouldn't we? Now let's organize. Group your expenses into categories. Fixed, rent, car payments, insurance. Variable, food, entertainment, gas. Discretionary, streaming services, eating out, hobbies. Savings and investments. Retirement, emergency fund, index funds. When you do this, patterns appear. Maybe you're not overspending overall. Maybe you're overspending in one category. Maybe you're spending $300 a month on takeout, or $1,000 a year on unused subscriptions. That's money you can redirect into freedom. Remember this: budgeting doesn't eliminate fun. It prioritizes what matters most. So how do the rich save? Let's be clear. They don't just save what's left over, they save first. Here's how. 1. The 50-30-20 rule. 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% saving and investing. Simple, powerful, proven. 2. The anti-budget, popular with millionaires. Save, invest 30 to 50% off the top. Spend the rest however you like. It's extreme, but so are the results. 3. Automatic transfers. Set up an auto transfer from checking to savings the day your paycheck hits. Because if you don't see it, you won't spend it. 4. Name your savings accounts, label them emotionally. Dream Home Fund, Freedom at 40, Escape the 9 to 5. You'll save faster when your goals feel real. Because here's what the wealthy know. Saving isn't just about protecting your future. It's about buying back your freedom. Here's the truth. You don't need to sacrifice happiness to budget. You just need to spend intentionally. Ask this question before every purchase. Does this bring lasting value or just temporary pleasure? Cut what doesn't align with your values. Downgrade your phone plan. Cancel unused memberships. Meal prep 3 nights a week. Then reallocate that money toward freedom, not deprivation, redirection. Billionaire Mark Cuban once said, "Live like a student, so one day you can live like a boss. Sacrifice now, feast later." Budgeting is the foundation. But investing is the engine of wealth. Once your budget reveals extra cash, put it to work. Start with emergency fund, 3 to 6 months. Roth IRA or 401k, low-cost index funds like VTI or S&P 500 ETFs. Real estate, once you're stable, don't chase trends. Chase time in the market. Compound interest is the rich person's best friend. And the earlier you start, the less you have to contribute. $100 per month invested at 25% becomes over $250,000 by retirement. Budgeting makes that possible. Budgeting isn't a one-time event, it's a habit, a rhythm, a mindset. The wealthy review their budgets weekly. They have money meetings with their partners. They reflect monthly, adjust quarterly. They don't let their money drift. They steer it. They build in no-spend days. They delay gratification. They use credit cards like debit, paying in full. They live below their means, even when they earn millions. Budgeting isn't just about numbers. It's a form of self-respect. It says, my future matters more than my impulses. So, if you've felt lost with money, if you've ever opened your banking app and felt sick, if you're tired of feeling behind while others build wealth, let this be the moment everything changes. You don't need a financial advisor. You don't need a six-figure income. You don't need luck or a lottery win. You just need to budget. Track your inflows. Control your outflows. Save with intention. Invest with purpose. That's how real wealth is built. Not overnight, but over time, with discipline, clarity, and courage. The poor react. The middle class spend. The wealthy plan. And today, you start planning, because the greatest investment you'll ever make is learning to master your money. Your money, your mission, your move. Start budgeting today.